Hello.
So, SEP, woo! I was with 9G with Ache, and our lead counselor was Gloria Brooks. It was a really fun year. There really weren't very many problems at all, and the kids were all so sweet. It was literally like we were campers and they were taking care of us. You couldn't sit down at dinner without almost all the girls being like, "Oh, let me take your plate. Can I get you more juice? Can I do these things?" I'm like, "Wait guys, I'm your counselor. You sit down, I'll do this for you." But they were so sweet and caring. And I was in the counselor and training track with David and Zinabel. And even though I was a counselor last year, they wanted me to go because it was a new track, and I guess it's good for learning new things, and it really was. I learned a lot. One of the things that Jeff talked about, Jeff Schwartz, he talked to us about place sharing, which basically means that you get into the position of the camper or the person that you're talking to, and instead of trying to solve their problem, you listen, and you really, you come from where they're coming from and try to relate to them. And after we learned about that, I got the opportunity to use it a whole bunch of times, not just with the kids in my dorm, but with other kids as well, and it was really amazing to see the impact of how they listened when they knew they were being listened to, and when they knew they weren't alone in their problem. And this one kid was, he was a little boy, and he was in a dorm where he had gotten into a golf cart and accidentally put it into neutral, and so it backed up backwards, and apparently he got really made fun of for it, and he was just mortified, and he didn't want to do the camp song, which I was leading, where you teach the kids how to dance, like to do this dance that they perform later. And he did not want to do it at all, because he's like, "I'm going to get made fun of. I don't want to dance. I'm going to get made fun of." And he was just crying, and so I talked to him and kind of told him times when I was really embarrassed, like really embarrassed, and he kind of softened up and was kind of like, "Really?" You know, and it was really cool, and he ended up doing the dance. So it was really nice to see that it made an impact on him. There were a lot of girls in my dorm who came from really hard places, and just hearing their stories, they're so young, they're from 8 to 12 years old, and hearing their stories of things that I can't even imagine going through, it was so painful to see them having to say these things and saying, you know, that, "Oh, my dad, he has done all these things, and I don't know where my mom is, and his girlfriend ran off because she's mad at him, and he was abusive, and now she's getting her kid," like literally. That was one kid, and it was so hard to see that, but at the same time, it was amazing to see them come to camp and open up and blossom and just be happy, just get the chance to be taken care of. And that one girl, she wrote on my shirt, and it really, really touched me. She wrote, "I'm going to miss you so much that I will cry my heart out," billion exclamation points. And it was just like, oh man, now you're going to make me cry my heart out, you know? So when we go to SEP, please pray for the kids, and I know you guys were praying for them because there were a lot of breakthroughs, but just continue to pray for the kids because they're going into really tough situations at home, and not a lot of them are going into positive environments at all. So keep praying for the kids. It was great.